Gee, Tennessee, it sure was fun trick-or-treating.
It sure was.
Only 2 pieces? What happened to the rest, Tennessee?
I guess I ate them, Chumley.
Gee, Tennessee, after eating all that, you might get a stomachache and have a bad dream about witches and goblins and...
Nonsense, Chumley. There are no such things as witches and goblins. I'll just have a nice nap and... We've been walking for hours, Chumley, but we can't seem to find our way out of this forest.
Yeah, and that sign back there said, "Beware of wicked witch."
Beware of wicked witch.
Beware of wicked witch! Beware of wicked witch!
Come on, Chumley.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all?
Not you, old witch. You are the ugliest one of all.
You always say that. I'm sick of it. Now tell me, how can I get to be beautiful?
From the maple trees in Whoopee Woods, you must have 2 buckets of maple syrup. Pour these over you and you will be beautiful.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll send my goblins.
No, witch, not your goblins. The trees will let only innocent ones take their maple syrup.
Innocent ones? That's impossible. How can I find anyone innocent here in the haunted forest?
Maybe there's somebody in this old castle who can tell us how to get out of these woods, Chumley.
Well, my innocent ones. Come in.
Can you tell us how to get out of these woods?
Of course. Come with me to the tower room and I'll point the way. Well now, Mirror, can these 2 get the maple syrup? Are they innocent enough?
They are indeed, oh wicked witch. Send them for 2 buckets of maple syrup, and it will make you beautiful.
We'd like to help you out, Miss Witch, but we're in kind of a hurry.
Silence! You shall go and bring me the buckets of maple syrup, or I shall turn you into lumps of clay and leave you in the forest forever.
Thing you say. Come on, Chumley.
But gee, Tennessee, we don't know anything about getting maple syrup.
Well, we'd better find out or we'll end up 2 lumps of clay. Look at that. That sign says, "Up these steps to the Wizard of Whoopee Woods." A wizard ought to be able to help us.
Yeah, I never saw a wizard, Tennessee. I wonder what he looks like.
Well, boys, what can I do for you?
Well, you see, there's this wicked witch, and she says we have to get 2 buckets of maple syrup or she will turn us into 2 lumps of clay.
Syrup! Well, it seems you have a rather sticky problem. Get it? Yes. Well, let's take a look at my fantastic, flashy, flexible, 3-dimensional blackboard. Maple syrup is made from the sap of maple trees which grow in parts of Canada, the New England states, and the Great Lakes states.
Will any maple tree do?
No, not anyone. There are a number of maple species that will do. But the best is the sugar maple.
Get that down, Chumley. The sugar maple.
That's right. People have known about the sugar maple a long time. Why, when the first Pilgrim settlers came to America, the Indians were already making maple syrup.
Gee, how did they do it?
The Indian got sap by cutting into the tree with his tomahawk Then he inserted a stick to direct the flow of sap into a bowl on the ground.
And that's all there is to it?
Oh, no, my boy. That is only the sap. And it takes from 30 to 50 gallons of sap to produce just 1 gallon of syrup.
But how do you turn the sap into syrup?
Well, the Indian used to drop hot rocks into the sap. This would evaporate the water and leave the syrup. Of course, today the process has changed. Now holes are bored in the trees and plastic tubing is inserted to collect the sap and carry it to a centrally located tank.
Zowie!
Yes, and then modern methods are used to evaporate the water from the sap and add special coloring and flavoring.
But we don't have that kind of equipment.
What will we do about the Wicked Witch?
Well, boys, it just so happens that I have 2 buckets of delicious maple syrup I made from my trees last season. You're welcome to them.
Wizard, you're the greatest. Well, Miss Witch, here we are. And here's your 2 buckets of maple syrup.
Yeah, and it tastes good, too.
I don't want it to eat, my innocent ones. I want you to throw it on me.
You're kidding.
I kid you not. Throw the syrup on me.
Well, you asked for it.
Thumbs up.
Now, look at me. Look at me closely. How do I look to you, my innocent ones?
I'd say sticky.
Gooey.
I'm beautiful. The syrup has made me beautiful. I'm not. I'm as ugly as ever. Mira, what went wrong? The syrup has been poured over me. Why am I not beautiful?
The syrup has made you sweet on the outside, but you are still as mean as ever on the inside. So you shall be ugly forever.
That takes care of you, Mira. And now you two. Laugh at me, will you? Well, just wait until I get my hands on you.
No.
After them, goblins! They will never leave the haunted forest! The goblins will get you!
Don't! Please let us go, Witch. Please, stop.
Wake up, Tennessee.
What happened? Where's the Wicked Witch?
You were dreaming, Tennessee. I told you eating all those goodies would give you a stomach ache and make you have bad dreams.
Oh, boy, what a dream. I'll never eat that much again.
What's the matter with Tennessee? Didn't he ever see a witch's costume before?
Sergeant, I've just received a telegram from General Newsoms. He says those 2 Gopher Indians have to be captured alive immediately.
Captured alive? But, Colonel, we've already tried just about everything.
Obviously, Sergeant, you've never played football. We're going to use football tactics. We're going to tackle them. 14, 22, 63, 87.
Colonel going to capture us without 'em guns, without 'em swords? How him do?
Hey, we have a plan. Let's give it a tackle.
You got 'em planned?
Dummy, I'm gonna come to the bonk, bonk.
Oh, we make 'em dummies. Fool, Colonel. Good idea. You genius. Whoopie-doopie. Colonel never know difference. Now, light 'em campfire and watch 'em fun.
Quiet, Sergeant. Shh. There they are, around the campfire. Get ready.
Don't you think we better scout around first?
Nonsense. I'm calling the signals here. 22, 64, 83. Charge!
Hey, Colonel, these are nothing but wooden dummies. Colonel?
Now, take that.
Colonel?
And that.
Colonel?
And this.
Colonel? Colonel, begging the Colonel's pardon, these are just dummies. They're carved out of wood to fool us.
Now we put 'em on edge of cliff and watch Colonel make big flying tackle.
Shh, Sergeant. There they are around their campfire. Are you ready?
Begging the Colonel's pardon, but what if they're just dummies?
Just dummies? Don't be ridiculous, Sergeant. We left the dummies back there. These are the real Indians. Follow me. 36, 22, 34.
Fire! Chop, chop!
Oh, we build 'em fire on this side of bridge, then go back, and when Colonel cross bridge, chop, chop. Whoopie-doopie. You genius.
Now then, there's their campfire, Sergeant, on the other side of the bridge.
Yeah, but, what about those two Indians on this side of the bridge?
Dummies, Sergeant. Dummies. They can fool me once. They can fool me twice. But they can't fool me 3 times. Follow me.
Now who's the dummy?
Way out yonder lies the little kingdom of Bongo Congo, a peaceful land where contented natives play contented songs on their contented drums, bongo drums. The principal product of the kingdom. In fact, the only product of the kingdom. Come with us now to Bongo Land. From the palace comes the thundering roar of that great lion, King Leonardo.
Confounded, where's my throne? It's time for my cartoon show.
In our last episode, King Leonardo had inherited from his uncle, long-lost Lenny, an entire town, Gravestone, USA, the town where Uncle Lenny had kept his silver. Even before the King and Odie began their journey to Gravestone, Biggie Rat and Itchy Brother had heard the news.
Gee, Big, I remember Uncle Lenny. He was like nutty as putty. Went to the US of A to prospect for silver.
Silver. So that's it. Come on, get packing. We'll get to Gravestone ahead of the King and Odie and keep them out of town until we find the silver.
Okay, Big, I dig.
When the King and Odie, after a slow, easy journey, arrived at the outskirts of Gravestone, their driver refused to take them into town.
Wouldn't be caught dead in Gravestone. Last few days, it's turned into a real ghost town with real ghosts.
In spite of the warning, King Leonardo and True Blue Odie Coloni walked bravely into Gravestone.
Don't worry, sire. There's nothing to fear.
Who's afraid? Not the king. Fetch me a drink of water, True Blue Odie. My throat is parched.
At once, sire.
Where's that drink of water? Confound it, where are you, True Blue Odie?
Help, sir! Help!
Is that you down there, Odie? This is no time for swimming. Come out of there at once. Confound it, this is the most unheard of thing I've ever heard of.
Hold on, sire. Perhaps I can climb the bucket rope and then pull you up.
Soaking wet. I'll catch my death of cold.
Hurry. Into one of the buildings, Your Majesty. We'll find a stove to warm you up. There now. Light the fire, sire, while I fetch more wood to warm you. Confounded matches don't even work.
That's the end. The end, I say. There's something.
Wait, sire. Let me try as soon as I put down the wood.
Tossed into wells, covered with smoke.
Look, sire. Refreshments. Let us go in.
Capital idea. A cool drink of milk will settle my nerves. It's gone.
Take mine, sire. The bottle, sire.
What's going on here? Ghosts!
Wait, sire. Wait. There, this must be a trick. There are no ghosts. Let us sneak back and listen.
Oh, man, is that pair square? Huh? They both were like pale as paint.
They won't stop running for days, which leaves us a clear field, see? A chance to find long-lost Lenny's silver.
You see, sire, the traitors, Biggie and Itchy.
But what can we do? We must unmask their ghostly plot.
Tremendous idea, Your Majesty. We'll beat them at their own game. Come with me.
Nothing here, Big.
Keep looking, see? We'll find that silver on...
Ghosties, oh no!
Ah, knocked themselves out, did they?
And look, sire, behind the picture that fell on them, a hiding place.
What's inside?
A silver spoon, sire, with a tag. It says, the silver of long-lost Lenny.
Of course I should have known. Uncle Lenny always wished he'd been born with a silver spoon in his mouth. I guess he finally got one.
So the mystery of long-lost Lenny's silver was solved. And what of Gravestone? The people returned, and King Leonardo gave the town back to its inhabitants. Then, the king and Odie, amid cheers from the people of Gravestone, headed back to Bongo Congo. But what new crisis awaits the king in his own kingdom? We'll find out in our next exciting episode of The King and Odie.
Klondike, I do want you to come and see the 2 new crates of delicious apples that just came in.
Okay, Major, but we sure don't want that savoir-faire to hear about them.
Apple cores. The apples are all eaten.
But who could have done that?
Savoir-faire is everywhere.
After him, Klondike Cat. He's got the other crate of apples.
I'll make mincemeat out of that mouse.
Yes, carry on.
Halt, Malamute. Marche, Malamute. Come, Malamute, let us enjoy some delicious apple fritters.
Get on there, dogs. Hurry it up now. What are you stopping here for, you silly dogs? This is a solid mountain that goes straight up. Savoir-faire sled tracks do end here. But I, Klondike Cat, know it's impossible for anyone to go straight up a mountain. You can't fool a good Klondike cop. I'll just use my magnifying glass to find me a clue. A truck must have hit me.
Savoir-faire is everywhere.
You? Well, I'm coming up for you, Savoir-faire, as soon as I can find a way up.
Come, Malamute. Klondike Cat will never find the way up. Let us go into the tent and enjoy the food.
So that's the way he wants to play, huh? You all right? I've got a little something here to take care of that mouse. Oh, boy. Just wait till I get him with a snowball off this catapult. Now he's really gonna get it. I'll smother him in snow. Here it goes.
Ah, the music is beautiful, Malamute. And now for the apple fritters. Sacre bleu! A giant snowball! Uh-huh, something must be done.
Just change the catapult. This time there won't be any miss. What happened? Uh-oh, my stake must have broken. There, that ought to hold it down. This time, I'll make mincemeat out of that mouse. This is it, Savoir-faire. You've stolen your last food.
Savoir-faire is everywhere. Ah, come, Malamute. Back to the apple fritters. Oh, no, not again.
Klondike Cat always gets his mouse.
And that, dear viewers, completes the foreign news. Now, what about the news in our own fair city? Well, there have been many reports of strange noises just outside of town. Listen, they sound like giant footsteps coming closer and closer. It's been suggested that it might be an invasion from outer space. But of course, we all know that would be silly. It is an invasion. It's huge mechanical monsters, 10 stories high.
Who could save her from the grip of the monster?
Underdog! Underdog!
Underdog. At that moment, he was in his everyday disguise as Shoeshine Boy.
Underdog! Underdog!
That sweet Polly screaming that I hear. I'll save you, Polly. I'm coming.
And dashing into a nearby phone booth, he emerged as Underdog.
Help! Help! Put me down, you nasty monster!
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here. Ouch! That monster's so tough he bent my wrist. I'll have to use my pile driver fist.
Wait! Underdog! Get me down first!
I forgot to remember that she would vibrate. I must get her down. The monster can wait.
Thanks, Underdog.
It's raining locomotives!
Isn't he wonderful?
Yeah, really great.
But what about the other mechanical monsters?
Excuse me. I am a monster scientist. There's only one way to stop these crazy monsters. Inside the head of each one is a glass tube, which is all they got for a brain. If you could break those glass tubes, they would be nothing but junk.
If there were only some way...
I can use my voice to make hi-fi sound. It will break the glass for miles around.
You know, that just might work.
Oh, try, Underdog.
Well,
the monsters will stop dead in their tracks.
My voice stopped all the mechanical monsters, but it also broke windows, street lights, mirrors, and even pickle jars.
Hey, you broke my window!
You put on all the street lamps.
Well, what'll I do with all these pickles? Ruin everything with that hollow!
I am a hero who never fails. I can't be bothered with those details.
You should be thanking him for stories. I am going to reward him with a big kiss.
Gulp. True heroes are never paid, and I am the truest hero ever made.
Look, in the sky! It's a plane!
It's a bird.
It's a fool!
A frog?
Not plane or bird or even frog, just little old me. Underdog.
There, the Hudson River. Did I tell you about my amazing escape act?
Speaking of escape, Commander, I really...
As Mystifying McBragg, the was locked in the object, a United States mailbox. The box was tossed into the Hudson River. I had only a few moments to make my escape, holding my breath. But nothing. Quickly, I was out and greeted by wild applause and cheers. Everywhere, I was asked to repeat this marvelous trick. Perfect every time. For a day. As the mailbox struck the bottom of the river, a giant octopus locked his 8 arms around it. I spied the beast through the mailbox slot. I poked at him, and he released the dark ink an octopus uses as a smokescreen. My breath was giving out.
Terrifying. What did you do?
Realizing I was in a US mailbox, I used the octopus ink to write a quick note of help. A postman spied the note and promptly dealt with the octopus. And I won my greatest triumph.
I'd say that story ended with a really happy note.
Quite.